What's going on, YouTube? This is Jay Bongo. If I look a little tired, it's because I did a little bit of a walk. Well, I started off jogging, but I did a walk after power walking or just speed walking. Mainly because I need to get back into shape, or get into shape, period, because what I've been used to for the longest time is being really heavy. And, you know, being away from the treadmill this long, because I was on the treadmill previously, being away from it this long has kind of just opened my eyes to the fact that I can't just wait for the treadmill to become available, because right now it's not, and it's probably not going to be available for a while. So what I'm going to do is just walk. I mean, I could jog, but I'd rather just do this shit at my pace. I go with my own rhythm more of the time anyway. But sorry about the lighting. Take my advice as somebody who is overweight and who used to be used to like this system of, God, I'm so fucking sweaty, of just kind of sticking with the same routine over and over and over and over again, of waking up, laying in bed for a little bit because you don't feel like moving, and then going about your day. Don't do that to yourself. It'll drive you fucking insane. Please don't do that to yourself. Shake up your routine, do some exercise or something, even if it's small. I just walked for 30 minutes. 30 minutes. You don't even need to do 30 minutes. Do 15 minutes if you feel comfortable. Just make it a regular thing. You can start light. Right now I'm doing this paired with fasting. And with fasting, you can't just rely on doing nothing and fasting and then eating whatever you want. If you eat a lot of carbs, you need to realize you need to use those carbs and work them off, and use them for energy before they just kind of get absorbed and become saturated fat. Just don't fall into this pattern of doing nothing and then regretting it later because you feel like you could have done something. Like before you know it, you'll be 40 years old and wondering if you could have done something about your weight, about your health, because you have type 2 diabetes or something like that. You have just a mountain of regrets. I don't want a mountain of regrets when I'm 40. I want to be able to say that, tell hopefully my great-great-grandkids that I took charge, not at 40, but I took charge of my weight, and I took charge and took control of my life in the most simple way possible. I want to be able to tell them that I did that. I want to. Don't settle yourself into a pattern of monotony and a lack of change. Humans can't stay in a stagnant environment. You'll just end up killing yourself in a way that's not anything like suicide. You'll just end up ruining yourself. I was almost 300 pounds. I was, a year and a half ago, I was almost 300 pounds. And I'm looking at Nicocado Avocado, and I'm seeing kind of a reflection of what I could have been. And people calling out for just being a bit, fine, it's a bit, but it's something I see, and I'm like, I was almost that. I was almost that. If I didn't move a little bit more, I might have already been 300 pounds. So, I don't care if it's just a bit. It's still harmful. It's still fucking harmful. And I avoid that content for a reason. I don't watch this guy, but I see people that I watch talk about him sometimes, and it's just, oh my God. Don't do that shit to yourself. Move. At least a little bit. If you're still a little chunkers, that's fine. You know, like, I'm all about body positivity, man. If you're still a little bit, big, that's fine. People are born that way sometimes. What I have is mainly a genetic thing. You might have a genetic thing too. It makes it harder to lose weight and put on like certain types of muscle. That's fine. But don't let that be an excuse to just be lazy and eat whatever you want and not move. You need to move. Because back then, there was a point where you needed to move or you would die. So I guess with this rambling, which is surprisingly short for a video of mine, I just wanted to say, I'm not going to sell myself into a pattern anymore of monotonous BS. It's just bullshit. I'm not going to set myself up to this. I'm not going to trap myself in this monotonous cycle of nothing changing, of being upset about my situation, about wishing I could have done more, and past regrets resurfacing from shit that, you know, it's probably furthest from my mind now. You know, because when you're not in shape, your mind's not in shape as well. Then you start to, like, deteriorate a little bit mentally. It's a whole load of stress I wouldn't wish upon my worst enemy. And I don't want that for any of you out there. So please, if you're in a certain way, take charge of your health. I will probably be doing this more often and kind of just talk. It won't be anything quite as dramatic as this, so don't worry. I have been Jay Bongo. This has been an impromptu vlog that I hope you've been able to see to the end. And I will see you next time. I'm coughing because I'm still getting over a little bit of an illness, so don't worry. I'm not dying from walking. I'm not that out of shape. Hi. Peace.